I'm just going to start talking now because more likely this is going to be live. Because it takes age.
Yeah.
Hello, guys, and welcome to our Star Trek Discovery review. It feels like we've been here for ages, doesn't it?
Oh, I know. Oh,
Okay, so full disclosure, I absolutely love this episode, but we'll get into that in a second. Okay, guys, before we get any further, we are going to be discussing spoilers in the review. So if you haven't seen the episode yet, just stop, please. Press pause.
yeah.
Go and check it out.
Spoiler alert.
Press pause, go and check it out, do the thing you need to do, and then come back and we'll still be here, alright? Any questions, make sure you drop them in the chat, and we'll obviously answer them as well. But yeah,
Yes.
So I just, I finished watching it a little bit earlier than you did, but that's definitely stuck with me more than any other episode so far, I think. What an amazing episode to come back with.
Yeah.
That was probably the best episode,
Oh my god, what an episode to kick off with the second half of the season.
So
oh my god.
Like, we had some ideas as to where this was going to go. I don't feel like we actually hit any of the nails on the head, did we really?
I mean, no.
Alternate universe was about as far as we got.
That was it. Or they were like the Voyager, they disappeared somewhere.
Yeah, but it looks like they traded places with the other
Yes.
Discovery.
Oh my god, God knows what's happening with the other one.
They're going to be in for a surprise when they come across a federation rather than an empire, effectively.
Yeah, and is it Captain Killy?
Yes, Captain Killy.
Yes.
And obviously their timeline is completely different to the one that we're used to. And loads of roles have been reversed.
They have. Well, they did say it was going to be more like the original series. So this is because in the original Star Trek series, there's an episode called Mirror Mirror, which is the same thing. It's the same alternate universe, I think, where you have got the Terran, is it called? Terran Empire.
Okay, so this is already an established idea then in Star Trek. Okay.
Yes, that's
I have been doing some of my research.
Yeah.
I am starting to get there slowly. It's just there's a lot of the series to get through. Okay, but I'm on the way.
There is.
It's fine. Okay, so Terran Empire is a thing because I mean the reason I'm kind of going there is because it made me chuckle a little bit because I play a lot of RTS games. Probably seen them on my channel, but Terran Empire is the very specific name used quite a lot for just general Earth-based societies that have obviously moved into space. Terran Empire is a very usual term for that. So I just thought it was quite weird that they'd obviously used that particular phrase. But if that's already been established, then that's fine. That makes more sense. But
it has, yeah.
I mean, I'm probably going to get shot for this, but as a massive Star Wars fan as well, I couldn't help but draw a lot of parallels to this particular episode. I don't know about you, but...
What, to Star Wars?
Galactic Empire, pure evil, extremely racist, xenophobic, small rebellion, fighting back, made up of other species that aren't actually from Star Trek or from
Yes.
Yeah,
I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, yeah, I do, but Star Wars would have taken it from Star Trek.
Well, I don't think anyone took it from anything else because they are very different storylines. But what I'm saying is, it just rung a bell with me.
But Star Trek was around before Star Wars.
I'm not saying it wasn't around before. I'm just saying that they're very different storylines. I'm not getting this argument with you. Like they're not the ones that
they are.
They
are very different.
But I love. For me, it just suddenly rung a bell, and obviously coming back from the over Christmas, and obviously the films that we saw over Christmas, just makes me kind of. I don't know why, it just helped me really tune in more. So I wasn't sure how I was going to come back into this because I wasn't sure what the first episode was going to be like. The last part of the series was incredible, and it left on such a huge cliffhanger. And I was expecting, if I'm perfectly honest, quite a slow movement back into it again because so much had changed.
Yeah, and it wasn't slow at all. It was straight in.
I just feel like I was more engaged than I would have been otherwise because of the sort of similarities I saw in specific places and how just how well put together this episode was. I was really amazed by the beautiful little mirror images that they brought up. I mean, I know obviously it's meant to be an alternate universe and things may be coincidence, but like for instance, Tilly, her character is like the polar opposite in this new timeline.
Oh my god, totally.
But oh my god, she just
Oh,
sold it so well. Like
she
she just
did.
literally sank
Oh
into
my
when
god.
she like when she was in the room, in the ready room with Lorca and Michael, and she's just like this. Um, let's get on, let's sort it with these a-holes or whatever she said. Like but like
Yes.
the way that she said it just made me laugh. Like it was so
And then
good.
she was like, "Oh, was that too much
Lorca's
too
just like, no,
soon?"
it's perfect. I okay,
That's
so we'll
fine.
start. Should we start from kind of the beginning on this one?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we obviously you had the quick recap, which I actually needed. I'll be honest. I thought it was going to be okay, but there was a lot of stuff I forgot. I'll be perfectly honest.
yes.
Obviously, the end of the last one, we ended up in a random place that we weren't sure of. So it turns out, the
Nope.
beginning of this one, was it Station 49? Is that where they said they were? Or 41 or something like that? Station 40 something.
Something like that.
But they're in
Yeah.
the right coordinates. Obviously, they have the discussion regarding the fact that the quantum fluctuations aren't the same, which is unusual.
Soon as they started saying that, I knew what that meant.
Yeah, that's see, we've had this discussion before in terms of like similarity stuff of storylines because they did the same thing with that Mud character, didn't they?
Yes,
So this
they
isn't the
did.
first time they've played around with the like bringing in characters from before, or not so much characters but storylines from before. But I probably didn't catch on as quickly as you because I was just kind of I was just enjoying the moment if I'm perfectly honest because Star Trek has a lot of exposition in it, but it does it so well, and this particular episode was just fantastic at giving us the information we needed without
Oh
being
my
too over the
god,
top.
yes.
But yeah, so they obviously discovered that they're in an alternate universe. They kind of discover it in a really, I like the way they discover it in terms of like obviously stealing the data from that Klingon ship, and discovering that every other species but
Oh
human is
my
in a
god.
rebellion against them.
So I was just reading quickly something online about this. I didn't realise this. This episode has been. It says the director is none other than Jonathan Frakes, who played Will Riker in Next
No
Generation.
way.
Yeah, so during his time on that show, yeah, because he did direct some of the shows in Next Generation
Okay.
as well, and he directed. I think he directed his First Contact as
Right.
well.
I can't. I mean,
Star
I
Trek First
can't say I'm
Contact.
particularly familiar with her work, but then I've seen quite a bit of Next Generation. I've obviously seen First Contact. I don't know if I can see
Yes.
the similarity in there, but I suppose there's probably a specific. There's still a specific thread that's been run through it, so I don't suppose it's like an original story in that respect. But so he probably didn't write; he just directed it. But I mean, it was
Yeah.
really well directed. I'll give him every bit of credit he needs for that because just wow. Yeah, I was blown away. I
Oh
was blown
yeah,
away by this whole
definitely.
episode all the way through. I love Tyler's storyline. I'm getting more and more confused in terms of where his character arc's going to go though, because like I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to have done something to him, but apparently he is a completely different person.
Yeah, I know. That's just it's horrible. And when they did the surgery on him, he was still
Yes.
awake.
Yeah.
That's horrible. And then she said those words, and then there's obviously where they're in a different universe, stuff isn't working quite right because she says those
And it
specific
doesn't
words
quite
to
match
him,
up.
and
Yeah, he doesn't
no,
do, or he doesn't become. Well, I mean, there's something very Winter Soldier about it, isn't there? And
yes,
but for some reason
yes,
in this
definitely,
particular universe, those words don't actually ring true. I think they don't quite
no,
have the same impact, which is intriguing because I don't really know what was actually meant to happen. Like, was he meant to become his alternate self, or I don't. Is it like Jekyll and Hyde? Like, I don't. Are we talking like a full like maybe Hulk situation here? Does he just become like some sort of raging murderer or something? Or I mean, because he keeps having these
yeah,
random little. I mean, like obviously I'm guessing he murders the doctor. I'm assuming the doctor is dead.
he snapped his neck.
Yeah,
Did
that's
you
what I
not
mean. So
see
I'm
that?
assuming he is now out for the count. I mean, because
Yeah,
they
no
did
one's
not.
gonna get.
They didn't linger on it as much as I thought they would. Like there was no repercussion for that in this particular episode. It just died
No,
off.
that was an actual gasp moment there. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my god, I can't believe he's
but
just
they
done
left
that.
that wide open. There was no repercussions. Like he literally just walked away from that body, stepped off the ship, and disappeared, and no one's gonna know. Like literally, no one. I mean, the next time anyone's gonna walk in there is when that woman goes back to check on his other half, and
Yeah. and he's just muttering random
Apart from the
stuff.
moment,
But his eyes came back when he was in the right place, and he was like, his eyes came back. He's like, oh, there's
the
was it
the
the enemy
enemy's
or
here or
something,
something along those lines, wasn't it? Or
something along those lines. And then his eyes went back to white. So when they're white, it's obviously different versions he's
yeah,
talking
like, it seems
about.
like he's kind of stuck.
And he keeps talking about this palace, whatever this
Yeah, I'm
palace
really
is.
unsure of what's going on there as well.
Mm.
Yeah, there's some seriously weird stuff going on right now. And I'm not. I mean, so it looks like Stamets is almost out for the count. Obviously, his other half has now been murdered by Tyler, who is now.
So yeah, he did the tests. Are they going to like this? They can't go after the. Is it Shenzhou?
No, I mean,
They can't. They can't go after it to capture him
they'll
because
give their
otherwise
cover away. So
they'll.
they literally have to play along
Exactly.
for the time being.
Yeah, there's nothing they can
which
do.
Is just. I mean, I don't know how they're going to make this work. I really don't. It's.
Or it's the fact that his love is so strong for Michael. Like he said, he'll do anything to protect her.
There was
anything.
something about like his little speech at the end that made me feel like he was half confessing what had just happened. When he was like, whatever this place does to us, like just know that I'm always there for you. And I'm like, and then she says the same back, and I'm thinking like he's just like, okay, I'm out of the woods on that one then.
He's basically telling you he will do absolutely anything so that he can protect you. So he'll kill the doctor if the doctor tells him he can't go on a mission to be by your side.
Like their relationship went from being something that I was fully behind to something that I'm actually quite wary of now. Like he is scary as hell.
God, yeah.
Yeah, he's not a nice person. Like, I mean, I think everyone had a. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know if we discussed this before, but we have like a bit of a thing about him because he was so, like, he came to storyline so suddenly. His story was really.
Yes.
How can I put it? Like, it wasn't like underdeveloped, but like we didn't really understand much about him. Like he gave information to Lorca, and Lorca seemed to trust him almost as if something had happened off screen, like some sort of conversation we didn't see, and they escaped off the ship and everything.
Yeah, I think also it is with Lorca where he lost all that crew, didn't he? So he doesn't want to be responsible for another person to be lost.
That's it. So he kind of played on those heartstrings. But there's some part of me now that's making me feel like he's doing that on purpose. Like he knows that they're the weakness. Like he's playing on weaknesses. Like he's playing on Michael's weakness that she feels isolated.
But I think he does love her.
I'm not saying he doesn't love her, but I feel like he loves her in the same way that like a serial killer loves someone.
No, not with Michael.
But do you know what I mean though? Like it's almost become more predatory. Like he'll do anything to be with her, including murder. Like
true.
So I mean,
this
yes,
is true. Yeah, she is completely safe.
I mean,
I'm not
saying he's going to kill her. Although it's not out of the question because sometimes that is a case with someone who's in that position. Like they will go that far at the end because, like, so for instance, we go to the full psychosis of it. Like someone will potentially murder like the person they want to be with, and then kill themselves so they're with them forever.
Yeah.
And I at the moment, like his state of mind, I'm not saying it's entirely his fault because obviously he is clearly suffering from serious issues. Like obviously he's right in saying he's got PTSD, but obviously he's got other stuff going on that the Klingons have done to him.
Yeah, he's got another personality that's like kind of been grafted onto him. So his personality, this other one, has become a brand new personality.
And given that, I feel like it's not. I wouldn't put it past the idea that he would potentially do something that drastic at this point.
Which is true. Yeah,
which means that she's in danger. I mean, that scene at the end, I think, is meant to almost be heartfelt from Michael's point of view, because obviously she feels very alone, especially after what happened when she got on the ship.
Oh my god, yeah, she's in the turbo lift, and it's like, oh, there's only one way up to get the bow to me, and oh my god,
she has to murder someone within like the first few minutes of being on a ship, which is not her. I mean, she struggled with the idea that she killed all those people in the Shenzhou. So she is now just murdered someone straight after. Someone that she's, in her eyes, already murdered once before as well. That's the other thing we have to kind of remember. Because he was one of the officers on the ship in the first place.
Yes,
she's now, in her eyes, murdered this person twice. So she's obviously looking for some sort of reassurance, and he gives it to her. But from the other point of view, there's something really creepy about that scene. In that he's basically flat out just telling her that he is Like he'll do anything, and for me, like with us as viewers knowing what happened, it feels like he's almost straight up telling her like, when we get back to the Discovery, you're going to find out some shit happened, and it's going to be
Yeah.
me, and you're just going to have to deal with that because you've just promised me that we're going to be together forever.
Yep. And I did
Yeah.
this for you. I told you
That's
I would
it.
do anything.
That's what I kind of felt like. It's almost like him preempting that move and just being like, so if she turns around and says, "What have you done?" And he's like, "I did it for you. Like I told you I would." Yeah,
Yeah.
it scares me a little bit that that's potentially going to happen. That's where I feel like it's going. But I don't know how his storyline's going to end because it's very. I don't know where they're going to go with it. Like they've opened so many more questions now. But
They have. So they killed the Doctor, but is he dead? Will he come back? Will they be able to fix him?
Fix a broken
Yeah,
neck.
they've
Like
been
as
able to
amazing as the technology in Star Trek is, I don't feel like that's something you fix.
Well, they did actually with Worf. He had to have a new spine.
Right.
Otherwise, he would be
But
paralysed from
was
the neck down, and they were
was
able
this
to
something
do
that
that.
happened? Like, was someone there immediately after the damage was done?
Yeah, he had an accident. He had a bad fall, and
Because at the
yeah,
moment, this doctor's.
yeah, it was on the ship when he had the accident. There was people there, so yeah,
I
I
was gonna
don't know.
say,
They could do it, but the way that they've done it, I don't think he's going to
yeah,
survive.
I mean, the way I'm looking at it, this doctor has just been like, he's had his neck snapped and he's now lying on the floor, ironically, of the hospital. But like, he's the only person there that can do anything about it, and he's currently. I mean, anything at the very least, he's unconscious, but he's more likely dead. And
Yeah,
I don't see any way of them bringing it back from that. Like if it was immediate treatment, then fair enough. But we don't know when, for instance, Stamets and Doctor's going to come back to check that room, or.
well, this is the thing.
I mean, I'm assuming a reasonable amount of time had passed from the moment he left him to the moment they got into the beam, like the transport room, because
I don't know because he went straight there, didn't
yeah.
he? And with everything that's going on, it's really serious time at the moment. So, yeah, everyone's all thinking about that.
But so just out of curiosity, in the TN, was it Voyager? You said no. Where did he?
No.
Was Terran Empire one?
The Star Trek, the original series, the episode was called Mirror Mirror, and it was the Terran Empire.
So, out of curiosity, is the Terran Empire set up in the same way in that? So the species.
Yeah, their evil counterparts is like a parallel universe, and it's the same. The transporter evolved. The episode involves transporter malfunction that swaps Captain Kirk and his companions with their evil counterparts in a parallel universe. So exactly the same thing has happened, except the whole ship has gone, and we've got this other storyline that's been going along.
Okay, so I was just obviously wondering if it was an exact same setup. So they are. So it is well established that these people are pure evil then. Okay.
Yep, they are.
Wow. Like, yeah. This is intriguing because I'm guessing,
and I think they may even have they do that whole salute thing. I think that's exactly the same as well.
I mean, what I like about this, obviously, because I'm guessing the Mirror Mirror episode was a single episode and was resolved by the end of it, right? Yeah. So what I love about this is that it's not going to be that. This is gonna they're gonna explore this idea much further. I almost feel like they're going to explore this to the end of this season now, and potentially further.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's going to be a very big part of everything that's going on.
Oh yes,
which I'm happy with because, wow, I mean, this is not something. I know we've seen it before in Star Trek, but it's not something that's been explored in depth before. And I think it kind of follows on this whole because the Discovery so far has been very much a case of like reversing roles and stuff, hasn't it? When we talked about Spock being, Michael being the complete opposite of Spock almost, and this kind of just carries on following this whole, as you kind of said, like a distorted mirror image of Star Trek as a whole. Because everything that's happened so far it's been kind of against the grain. Like the Discovery, the actual ship Discovery is against the grain in almost every way for Starfleet. Like it's just out and out warship. It's built to mess up fools.
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
using technology that's extremely dangerous and at this moment being used. Oh, obviously it was being used. Like at the detriment to one of its crew members. That's
the point. So. How are they going to use the what do they call it? The drive.
The spore drive.
spore drive because they can't
That's what
use
they were
it.
saying though. They're not going to use it. They're going to try and get to that constellation class. Was it the Defiant? They're going to try and
Yes, they want to
get
try
to
and
the
get
ISS Defiant and find out how it was, or the USS Defiant, sorry, because it is from their world, isn't it?
Yes.
How
it got through.
And try and reverse engineer it. I was really surprised when the Defiant was the constellation class, by the way.
Yeah, that's a constellation class starship.
What, the Defiant?
Well, that Defiant is, yes.
Because when I said Defiant, I was like, oh my god, the Defiant's going to be in it. And it was like this constellation class turned up, and I'm like, nope, that's not what I expected.
Oh yeah, you're thinking of Worf's little Defiant, aren't you? Yes.
I love that ship. I was really sad.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Let down this episode when I was expecting that little thing to turn up, and I was like, ah. It's one of my favourite starships.
I've just been told by my wife my dinner will be ready in a minute, so I haven't got long left.
We shall wrap up then.
I think so.
To finish this off, this is probably my favourite episode so far. It was fantastic. Everything from start to finish.
I don't know. I actually got to the end of it, especially when you saw the captain. When Lorca, he's in that chamber. That's actually like brought tears to my eyes seeing that, and I actually was like, I don't like that episode. I don't want to watch all this sort of pain and everything. I don't like it.
Do you not feel like it's testament to how well this has been written so far that you feel so much for a character that?
My god, yeah.
I mean, in the first,
yes.
Well, not the first episodes, but the.
I'll carry on watching.
Yeah.
That's a given.
I mean,
I'm gonna do it anyway. But instantly I was like, oh, how can they do this? I don't like this episode. I don't know if I can watch this anymore.
when you think about how that character was introduced, like I didn't like him originally.
No, but now I do.
One of my favourite captains there's been in Star Trek so far because he has
exactly.
he's so he's so to the point, he's so blunt, he doesn't beat around the bush, he's literally there to do his job and that's it, and he's so fair in his job as well, like he really is.
Oh my god, yes.
And I mean we discussed it at the end of when the last sort of run of episodes, but his little conversation with Stamets at the end of the episode before obviously he does do the last jump was just so heartfelt, and you're right, I mean seeing him in agony and knowing that there's nothing anyone can do about
and then
it,
he was
terrible.
Oh, and Stamets' other half, he was like, why are you following the rules now? It's like, well, where basically where he hasn't done all this at the time, bad thing has happened, and now they're in this other universe. He's got to follow protocol.
Not that, but he's got to follow protocol that is not his protocol as well.
That's what he's going to do now as well.
He's now following the protocol of a Starfleet that he doesn't agree with. I mean, I feel like he's going to come out of this as a completely different person when he gets back, because he's had to look at things from a completely different point of view, because what he's going to look at this as, what would actually happen if Starfleet became completely weaponized?
Exactly. This is a possible future it could turn into.
There's no reason why this couldn't happen, because I mean they're at war with the Klingons, and there's already some ambiguity between some of the other races as well, because humans are naturally distrustful.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it could easily turn into something this bad. I kind of feel like he's gonna have to go back and almost be the main person to shout out that this is wrong, even though he's leading the ship.
Definitely.
It's
God, that stuff he's going through as well. It's with what he's gonna be going through now. It's got to change him. It's no way it's not going to affect him at all. He's going to be definitely a very different person at the end of this. I think.
I mean, he's suffered a lot already, and this is going to completely break him. I feel.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm really looking forward to next week now.
Yeah.
What your?
I can smell my dinner. Sorry, I'm really hungry.
Do you want to get any more final thoughts on this?
No, not really. It's just so intense. This episode, it was just so much of.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But yeah, well, I recognised straight away the whole Mirror episode. I was like, oh, they have done this before, Terran Empire. So it's good that they're doing that. They're linking with the lore that's there, the canon or whatever you want to call it.
Way, but I mean, it's.
But what a way to start off the second half of the season!
It really is just something else right now.
I know there's going to be some hate, I think, for where there's no longer a gay couple because one of them's been killed off and things like that. But we don't know. We're going to wait and see what happens next week. But it shouldn't be the fact that it's a gay couple. It could happen to any couple that could. It should still have the same effect.
It shouldn't matter in that respect. I mean,
this is the whole point. There's a Star Trek universe is it's set that far in the future. Everything is
that's what
just
I mean.
normal.
So I mean, yeah, and as long as they treat it
Right.
in a way that would be natural and real, then that's fine. Like, so I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to brush under the carpet.
It's a shame that it's happened because I really like that couple. It was you didn't expect it because of what Stamets is like, and then you see him with his other half. It's like, oh, you're a really lovely guy as well.
But again, it kind of turned everything on its head again because I was pretty prepared for Stamets to be the one that died. So that's thrown me for a loop now because like Stamets is going through a lot anyway, and if he ever does recover, I feel like this news is going to put him straight back in there again.
Oh my god, yeah. My dinner is about to arrive, so I need to go.
All right, okay.
But yeah, I can't wait for next week's episode.
Right,
oh my god!
Thank you so much for watching, as always. Make sure you hit
thank you, everyone. Like, share, subscribe.
Things, and we'll be back for more Star Trek shenanigans next Monday.
Yes, we will.
Bye.
Bye bye.